Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss fucking advent calendars.
Yes.
My name is Kathy Gould. Please join me in welcoming my fucking co-host, Steve Akeley, and my fucking special guests, Katie Joyce, Darren McRoy, and Jeff Endrizi.
Hey, gang, what's up?
I love the changes just for Kathy's script. I mean, I'm really impressed, Steve, with the time you put in to make it customized for Kathy.
I threw a couple in there, and then now, Kathy, she'll probably get fired tomorrow from work. I'll be like, what happened? Well, I couldn't stop dropping the F-bombs and everything, so yeah.
You've ruined your life. You ruined it.
It's ruined.
Steve just discovered cut and paste.
Yeah. So that will be fun. So we're talking today about advent calendars. This is something we were talking about between the shows. That it's a huge thing these days. None of us understand how all of a sudden it became something that became just this huge juggernaut of. It's not only booze related, but all kinds of other gifts and children's toys and adult things, Christmas decorations, fishing lures, you name it. There's an advent calendar for it these days, which is kind of interesting.
Did not know where you were going when you said children's toys and adult
toys.
Oh man!
Could you imagine that?
There's probably an adult toys one there too.
Who's gonna Google it?
Probably a really profitable idea. If we're,
I'm just not shopping the right sites like Kathy apparently. So
I didn't say I've ever heard of them. I thought you were going to bring it up.
Sure. So, yes. And I said this proliferation of these things, Darren said I just should have been born younger. And then I would have, then I could have cashed in on this stuff too, this explosion of advent calendars. If I was only born younger.
His poor mother having to birth him at such an old age.
I don't understand. Isn't everybody born the exact same age, really? You're born younger?
Zero?
Yes, you're zero. Yeah.
Zero.
Like when you're born, that's,
Yeah.
It wasn't one of my wisest things I've said.
Well, it's in line with your what you got.
And you know what? I don't think it was the dumbest thing you've ever said either.
Oh, yeah, this is true.
No, that's not even top 10.
Thank God Becca's not here tonight.
I know. She'd be having a field day. So
You guys are like, thank God she's not here. I'm sad that she's not here. This would have been a great episode.
You like getting chewed out by her? You like getting chewed out?
Oh, yeah.
Are we learning something about you, Darren? Is that your thing?
Yeah, like Becca yelling at him. So
there could be an advent calendar that he opens up every day, and it's a recording of Becca giving him like a tirade of yelling.
I like it.
I think I would have to start about now to get all of them in.
Right. There is still time.
I couldn't just do December.
Right.
There is still time. We could put that together.
We could put it together. You think? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Darren said there's something he wanted to talk about beyond advent calendars and stuff like that. What was that, Darren?
So my nephew yesterday went to his first homecoming.
Okay.
Dance and football game and everything.
Sure.
So I want to know, when you guys were in high school, whenever it was, I know some of you are a little bit further back and you might have to think for a minute. So I'm really drawing this out to give you some time. But how many homecomings did you go to? Was it a big thing in your life? Were you more just going to the football game, or were you going to the dance and the parade and everything? What was your homecoming experience like?
Mine was not a lot. Yeah, no.
Nostalgia.
My dances were 3 homecomings and 2 proms. I think that's the only.
Did the warden go with you?
Yes, yeah. So the warden went with me. So it ends up being 3 because I think we started dating when I was a junior. So we go. Well, no, that would have missed probably only 2 homecomings, but there might have been a Valentine's Day dance in there or something. I don't know. But yeah, so we started dating my junior year in high school, and then dances with her. No dances for me before her. So, and then of course I had to go back a year. She's a year behind me, so I had to go back as a college student and go back to her homecoming, and her. Prom.
Did you feel awkward or like the cool kid?
Oh, like the cool kid. Like I was, above all the kids there, of course, because I was in college. So
you're awesome.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, these kids could only wish they were me. I was in college. I got all that college money and stuff. When in reality you have no money.
Zero.
Yeah, I have zero money.
Kiwanis gave you a $200 scholarship. You were living large.
Yes. Eating ramen noodles, whatever I could steal from my parents' house,
Showed up in your dad's tuxedo.
Yes, yeah. So, what? How about anybody else? And by the way, I hated dances. I don't. I never did. I never was into dances or getting dressed up or weddings. So yeah. Miserable times for me. I just did them because I had to.
I played.
Society
football,
told me to.
Yeah, I played football, so you rush from the locker room shower to go to the dance, and I just remember live bands even for homecoming, so that was always kind of neat. But I don't know if I ever had a homecoming date per se. Little insight into my life: I rarely had a date.
Really?
Lots of wives and ex-wives, but not many dates, Steve.
When he finds
I make
one,
a sarcastic comment about something like that, but I also didn't have a lot of dates and have racked up a couple of exes, so I'm probably in the same boat as you, Jeff.
Okay.
I remember the build-up, like the anticipation, picking out the dresses, getting all dressed up, meeting at a friend's house and getting all the pictures done, and then the dances were always just awkward. And like I don't get why we were so excited.
Yeah. To me, it was more exciting to go out with your friends at TGI Fridays afterwards and steal the silverware and stuff. Why we would steal the silverware, I don't know, but we would always do that kind of stuff at the restaurants afterwards.
Single-handedly put them out of business.
Yeah, we would do that kind of stuff. I don't know why. So. You don't want the prom kids coming in. They're stealing stuff. They're stealing silverware, even though they know they don't need it. I lived at home or whatever during prom. So, you take that stuff.
Is that where you got your favorite fork?
No. I got that.
That would have been perfect.
I got that in the mail. Yeah. It was junk mail. Right. My mom said.
That's right.
Yes. And I opened it up, and there it was. There was that glorious fork. Yes. Yeah.
We'll give you one, and now you got to buy a set.
Right. Yeah. I have a few stories like that involve stealing silver. One time I was at a steakhouse. I was at the steakhouse and I was like, man, these knives are so nice. I'd love to have one of these at my house. And one of my fellow sales guys, when we leave there, he hands me the knife and says, I stole this for you. And then my boss sees me with that knife in the hand and he just goes off on me and screaming at me for stealing that knife. And why would you steal a knife? You're on the company, you represent the company, you steal a knife from the goddamn steakhouse. What the hell's wrong with you? And you know what I did? I just said, yeah, it's bad call for me.
Bad call.
I didn't ask the guy to steal that thing. I didn't ask for anything, but I didn't tell him.
You didn't throw him under the bus?
No, because I wasn't that way. I was no snitch.
I would throw him under the bus for sure.
But yeah, I probably should.
Best story.
Looking back, college. I should have thrown him under the bus for sure. He's a tool.
So at this one bar, so many people steal the glass. It was like I was a freshman. It was like, oh, the Heidelberg is a cool place right off town. Just go there. And like I didn't know that like you were supposed to steal the glass. And so we were walking back home to our dorms, and the waitress like comes running out, hey, hey, hey. And I thought there was something wrong with the card. She's like, you guys forgot to steal the glass. And like hands us our glasses. And
you forgot to steal it.
Yeah, apparently it's built into the charge. But I had no clue. I was just like, what the hell is this? You're supposed to steal the glass?
Were they branded? They have a logo on them? Oh, yeah.
They had a logo on them.
I'm saying she was hitting on somebody in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could take those glasses and put them back in. She that waitress liked somebody in the group, whether it was Darren or one of the other ones. Probably one.
Well,
of the
I
other
was
ones.
with mostly women, so
That doesn't mean anything.
Definitely. She liked one of them.
Yeah, she liked one of them. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who she handed the glasses to if I missed an opportunity.
Darren hanging out
with me, so I think I'm good.
College age Darren hanging out with a bunch of women. I can't imagine this. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. One time Darren had one of his college girlfriends come in, or
a girlfriend,
some friend or something like that.
It's never happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she comes rolling in. She's like, I'd only be here because of you, buddy. And so I was there with the warden.
Tried multiple times.
Yeah, I was there with the warden, and I just said, "We got to get out of here. He's making a move here." So
making a move.
I said, "Mr. McCroy, if you don't mind, I'm going to cut out a little early today." And he's like, "Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good." And as the door was closed, and I heard him said, "You have to empower people by giving them, allowing them to live their lives." And as the door's shutting, I hear him telling her that. So I think I think I did him solid there.
And I know a little bit more about this story, Steve. He blew it when he poured her that glass of Belfort.
Yes, that's still back there, by the way. It is still back there.
It is still mostly full, Jeff.
Right.
I know.
Nobody's asking for a second pour. Once we give them one taste of it, they're never.
And everyone I poured it for, I pour a double. So
right. Yeah. It's just, well, he's a Hall of Famer. That's what we always try to
tell him. Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Might as well be a bottle of Malort back there.
That's true. That's true. Did everybody weigh in on the topic, whatever that might have been?
No, I didn't yet.
Okay,
I didn't either.
I had very similar to Kathy. So I would always go to the football games anyway throughout the season. But then our football games are on Friday nights, but our dance was on Saturday. But I did the same of the excitement of picking out your dress. And then I would always go with friends. So I didn't ever have a date to a homecoming dance. I did my senior year prom.
Right.
That was it. But so I found my picture of my senior homecoming with my little brother was a freshman that year. So we had our picture taken at home, which was very cute before I went to hang out with my friends. And that was, I have fond memories. It was my favorite dress. But then we would always go to friends' houses afterwards and stay the night. So the dance part was probably the low light of it. It was all the excitement of picking out your dress and getting ready and going to dinner with your friends. Then you technically went to the homecoming dance, and then you would go to a friend's house somewhere and get drunk in a field. So
okay,
still in the dress, or did you change into?
Oh, we would change into like jeans and hoodies at that point. We still our hair all done nice. So we got like the hair and makeup done nice, and then our you go. A lot of people like put your Carhartt on, and it's a great combination.
Carhartt out, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Oh God! Now that we're showing pictures. That's me at prom.
Oh, look at you.
I call that one the hottie and the naughty.
That's a mullet.
I had lots of hair.
Audio only podcast.
Notice the candles, they're not lit.
Oh, yeah.
Those are classic prom pictures.
Classic prom pictures.
That's
Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice.
The hottie and the naughty.
Okay. Darren, how about you, man? I'm sure
I never
were a big
went
thing
to
for
a
you.
homecoming at my own school. I never went to one at Lindbergh High School.
Whoa.
And which makes
court ordered or just personal decision?
Cease and desist, Mr. McCroy.
So all my friends were like my zoo friends. I didn't care about the high school people at all. I just went there for school. I cared about everyone I was volunteering with at the zoo. But I did end up going to, I made it 3 years without ever going to a homecoming. And then I went to 4 homecomings my senior year with different people that were like, hey.
Commodity senior year.
Whoa. He really blossomed senior year.
And so I went to Viz, Marquette, and the other one, Ursuline.
That's
and
only 3.
Like, hey,
that's only 3.
Yeah.
And where at?
There was two at Marquette. Sorry.
They had 2 homecomings.
No,
And you
I
went
went
with
with two
different people.
different people.
To the
The
same,
same
dance?
night?
Yes.
What the fuck? How does that work?
Oh, come
How'd you pull
on.
that off?
Now we're going to yell at you.
This is like a TV show.
They both asked me at.
I'm gonna
basically
run to the
same
bathroom
time, and
real
I was like,
quick.
yeah, I'll hang out with both of you, thinking that they were friends because we both volunteered. to do
No, you
together
were
in
thinking
the
more
high
than
school.
friends. You
They
were
did not
thinking
like
the
each
after
other, so I
party.
just went bouncing back and forth.
Oh,
That was
God.
dumb. But anyway, I never missed a homecoming football game though. That was always my go-to. I didn't care about anything else, but I wanted to watch Lindbergh. It was always Melville because that was the only team Lindbergh could beat at the time. Just beat the socks off Melville, and so that was. I did not miss one of those. Those were always the best, and they were always pink out games usually. And so everyone was wearing pink. Those were the best. But for actual
amazing.
homecoming, I could not care less.
Amazing times. Couldn't care less. Except for when you had 2 dates to the same
2 dates
dance.
to one.
The same
What-
dance. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you pick them up in this, like, pick them up and
No.
take them?
God, no.
Did you do photo shoots
so-
with both of them?
So the interesting thing was I was actually kind of seriously dating one of them at the time. So
And you said
Did
yes.
she
to
This
know
doesn't
that?
make
Kind of
she know that?
seriously.
we have pictures and I could pull them up. Bald Darren with taking homecoming pictures. That's like the one time we took pictures. But
Bald
I don't know. The other girl, I said yes before knowing what school she wanted to, and I felt bad because she was quite a bit younger, and I don't know. I don't know. It was not a good idea.
You would have fully gone to a homecoming with a girl who wasn't your girlfriend at the time, as long as she went to a different school. But when you find out it was the same school, you just like
Right.
found out before
Yeah,
you-
no, he said he was
So
pretty
when
serious
you found
too.
out she was younger, were you thinking, oh, junior high has homecoming now?
Right.
And maybe how that might be
I
dangerous? for
wasn't
you?
thinking. So I
You
was.
were- I think that's
Was
safe.
Chris Hansen there?
I was the president of the volunteer club at the zoo at the time.
Uh-huh.
And so I felt like I had to be like, oh, because a lot of the people that were there were very dorky and nerdy and everything like that. So
you were doing community service by taking
that's
women
kind of what
out.
I think I was
Poor-
thinking.
You were dating
Or-
women to as a community service. Look, what a giving man.
No, I was just
Yeah.
giving them someone to talk to was my main goal in life.
Sure.
Giving them someone to talk to.
Hmm.
Let's give them something to talk about.
All right, let's drink. I need to wash
Yeah.
this way off my brain.
We're talking here. We're
Yeah.
talking.
This was important.
It was yeah. There's more layers to that onion we needed to peel back. I feel so. Yeah. All right.
Well,
Go ahead, Jeff.
could be a 5th show.
Could be a fifth show. So there you go. And guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Katie looks ready. Katie, what do you got there?
Very ready. I have off hours bourbon.
Okay.
No, but the whiskey's still gonna taste good. So let's.
Okay. We hope. Darwin, you're next.
I had another bottle here, but I honestly don't want to drink it, and I want to drink more of this. So I have this Planters that I opened up earlier tonight.
No, Katie has the lead. I'll go next.
Oh God,
Yep.
that's sad.
Red line to Kai finish. Red line. Let's see. We got
Takagi.
No,
Kaji, as some say.
Yeah.
He almost talked over that.
I know.
Almost.
He almost did.
I thought that was his
Almost.
his-
I was
his
quick.
strategy.
Jeff,
Yeah.
I was listening to an episode today. You're like, "Hey, don't pop it yet. I have to talk." You said that to KK, I think.
Really?
Like, what the hell, Jeff? That's
Okay.
not part of the rules.
I've got the lead. KK's next.
I'm gonna open up my Jackie Zycan selected MB Roland single barrel.
Okay. Who's got the lead there?
Three.
Katie.
Kathy has the lead by a very slim margin.
Okay. As wrong as that is, you have to accept it. That's part of our rules. When you throw it to a judge gets to say. All right, Jeff,
Judge,
you're last
judge.
but not least. The judge. You're last but not least, buddy.
I got a half-loved bottle of Dickel Bottled and Bond. Oh,
No, nothing
Nada.
there. Nothing there. Kathy wins. So cheers, gang.
Completely legitimate win.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
That's legit. Cheers to our, what are you, our MC tonight, our host?
MC
Oh.
Kathy.
MCKK.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's
All
really
right,
good.
our announcer. So, all right, what we'll do next, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, Kathy will bring the show back, maybe as her last time announcing. We'll see. Becca will probably need time off again in the future. We'll see, but there you go. We'll do that and talk about advent calendars when we return. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is Katie Proof, and you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Luckily, Steve reminded me that we're talking about Advent calendars.
Look at Darren there. First of all, Darren looks like he's older than he is now. He looks like he's 56
Are
years
you
old.
wearing a
Look
corsage
older.
on your chest?
Yeah.
Is this when you went with two different girls? Did
Why
one
would you
want
put that on your
I am
jacket?
realizing now that, like, yes, it was when I went, but I also went again with her, the other girl, the other time. So this was a lot earlier than I was expecting. This was actually my junior year, so I lied in the first part of this show. So, but
It's very
yeah, no,
confusing
this is
story.
Okay,
this was the girl I was
so
actually
now we've
dating.
determined Darren
Massage
lies.
and
He
everything.
Yeah,
lied.
Darren lies. Darren lies.
Lies.
Not only
I'm-
to his
I'm making a
homecoming
note of
dates,
that.
but to us. You know,
Yeah.
it's one thing to lie to your homecoming dates, but lying to us,
Right?
our listeners.
I mean, if you want to date two girls on one night, that's fine.
But
Right.
do not lie to
Lying.
us.
This is
And it's
different.
only- It's
It was
only
a
the
long
fourth
time
show.
ago, okay? I
Right.
don't remember.
You
It's
don't
only
remember.
the fourth show, and you haven't even finished the drink from this one. So lying, you can't even use drinking as an excuse.
Right.
I mean, Katie's like spitting things and spilling.
Right. It's like in her hair, chest.
Choking on
I
a
did drop
peanut
snacks down my
slash
shirt earlier.
candy
but-
corn.
Oh, God. Candy corn, too.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're talking about Advent calendars. What do you guys think about Advent? Anybody going to be in on Advent calendars this year? So what do we got?
I will be.
Darren?
I've already submitted. So Jefferson County Bourbon Collective does an Advent calendar every year where everyone donates a bottle. And David Pro's wife, Chastity, pours the bottles into samples for everyone. And then everyone will go through and grade it completely blind. So no one else knows what's in the advent calendar.
Right.
And we did it last year, and it was a lot of fun. And then this year, I've already thrown a bottle in, so I'm doing it again. That is honestly the highlight I'm looking to in December. It was so fun last time, just drinking whiskey, not knowing what it was.
So I have some questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
One, how many days? 27?
How many days is how many people actually submit a bottle is what we're doing.
Okay, so yours might
instead
not
of trying
be
to
an
hit a
actual
number
advent calendar.
Not an actual advent calendar. It's just,
just
So when
like a
they
December
submit
calendar.
these bottles, when you submit these bottles, are you each drinking the samples like one per day?
yes, one per day is the targeted goal. So everyone will drink their one. We'll have a day. Hey, this is the start of the advent calendar. And we usually start a day before just because some people are busy and like, hey, let's get started. And there's group chats that are going on about the whiskey and
So that's how you share the information is like a group chat?
yeah.
Okay.
And what size pours are you getting? 25?
50
they're the
mLs,
littler
right?
sample bottles. Everyone
sample.
gets one of those.
Oh, it's like
It's like
1 ounce sample bottle.
Sometimes it's the bigger sample bottles, and I don't know. It ends up being about a half bottle of whiskey.
A half bottle of whiskey.
So
That goes out
Probst
to
is
everyone.
keeping all
For
those.
everyone.
Yeah, it's because some of them were a lot more than the little sample bottles. Some of them were the big sample bottles. So
Big sample
So
bottles.
was there a minimum price for the bottle you're
That's where it can get controversial.
after the first year,
Yeah,
flavored whiskeys are now banned. It has to be an American.
there was a
bourbon,
Dickel
rye, or
Tabasco
single
in
malt.
there. There was a Dickel Tabasco in that first year.
Like,
It's controversial
I
to
remember
this
hearing
day.
that.
Yeah.
If that person hadn't been one of the presidents, I believe he should have been expelled.
Right. I feel like everyone that's in that club should have got a pillowcase and bars of soap and broke into his house and give him the old Marine technique of jumping him and hitting him with that while he was sleeping.
Held him down and
Yeah.
So do you ever get duplicates?
If they're duplicates, the rules are Chastity will choose a bottle from David Probst's collection. And
you guys should all do duplicates.
Yes.
Get together and do duplicates so Probst has to
Send out
buy
a group chat
everything.
and everyone send in the same thing.
Yeah. Probst is into this thing for like $4,000. It's like, what the fuck happened to my collection? There's a big dent in there. Well, we got the policy of the duplicates.
Does it come decorated at all? So it's like actual advent calendar? Because most times,
No.
like advent calendars come in like a box or a tree or something.
it comes in a box.
Comes in a box.
It's
Is
a
it
box
labeled
that
like
has-
1, 2?
Like a brown box from Amazon.
No, it's like a crayon box, like that you used to carry around school all the time, and it had your samples in it, and each one's numbered, and you pull out that number and you drink it.
Okay.
yeah.
I always drink half the sample the first time
Yeah.
on the day, and then I'll go back and do a flight of them all, which is always also a really fun night.
That'd
And
be a
then
fun
the
night.
January meeting, we all get together and we share our tasting notes and everything, what we rated them, and we choose the best and worst of that year. So,
Okay.
And then they bring out all the halves that they've set aside that they're now going to keep.
no, you get your bottle back.
Oh, you get it back. Okay.
You get your bottle back.
What do you think we are, barbaric?
Well,
What do we think we have? Infinite
somebody put a
sword
Tabasco
drill?
whiskey in there. Yeah, I think you're a little barbaric.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah.
I did a Scotch advent calendar, and it was
Okay.
25 days, and it was a well-packaged deal. It was way too expensive, but
Right. You were having some fun. Right. It's the holidays.
But it was Scotch, so
Okay.
it was hit and miss.
Right.
They had a little booklet that came with it and QR codes so you can get pictures and
That's nice.
stories.
That's nice.
What the only thing I didn't like was that probably 75% were just like not available on the open market. You couldn't ever go out and get them again. So it's fun to drink, but like,
Yeah.
So
I think that would be great. I would love like a distiller's like a thing that was just like distillers' favorite barrels, and they're pulling out of their barrels ones that you can't buy, but they all get their favorite barrels. That'd be kind of cool.
Something like that.
I'd be okay.
It was neat, and it was really well packaged and stuff. So it was kind of fun.
So
and
with
I did
the
a
scotches,
oh, go ahead.
with the scotches, were there different brands then and different
the different brands and different all
Styles.
of the different
some peaty, some smoky,
yep,
some
yep,
not.
the different locations. What's the word I'm looking for? You had Highlands,
Regions.
Lowlands,
Regions.
Yeah,
regions.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so you got the Band-Aids. You got
Right.
some that were awesome. It was fun, and then they were all 25 milliliter, except
Okay.
Christmas Day was a 50.
Oh, that's kind of a neat way. That's kind of a neat way to upscale it. Yeah, you make
Yeah,
Christmas
just you
Day
finish
available.
with the strong one. The
I
only
like
other
I
one,
like that.
the only other one I did was a cigar advent calendar.
Okay.
Did you get tiny cigars?
They were normal size. They were a brand Oliva, and some were really solid, and some were like limited edition, and some were just not good.
Really?
Okay.
They have
That's
some
what you-
not good cigars at Oliva. I've only had like 2 Olivas, but
Well, they also make Cane brand,
Oh.
the Cane brand, and they're kind of one note, but it was fun, and I tried to stick to the one a day.
Right.
Try to follow on through December.
Okay. Okay.
So did you
anyway,
do these with other people that you could talk to it about, or was it just you?
just me?
Mm.
I
See,
put
that's
the
what I think
cigars
is so
on
cool about
put
the
cigars on
JCBC
the
is, like-
dojo, but
Yeah. But like we will either talk to each other, or see each other at the shop if we know there's an event, and everyone will talk about it. And that was part of the fun of it last year.
that would be the fun.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. Anybody
Sounds like
else?
Steve needs to do an ABV Barrel Shop advent calendar.
No.
Absolutely.
First of all, let's not even say that because I will get dinged. I'll have to go to
Yeah.
the principal's office. We cannot. Nor will we ever. Did we ever? Will we be changing packaging and putting it in smaller bottles or anything like that? Lest anyone's listening from that. Yes. Yeah.
That was my great idea.
I'll slap you around.
Well, I mean, we could privately buy bottles from Steve and then distribute amongst friends that is in no way
Yes.
tied to his business.
Right. I can't. Yeah. It's not like I can break them down and do it though. And be
No.
like, okay, buy this then. No.
But because we can share as friends and like
Sure.
each buy a bottle from
Yes.
him and all 25 of us share it, like because we share all the bottles. That would work.
Yeah, that would work.
I've
Yeah,
done
people, maybe they could do that for us.
Maybe Darren.
Get your people, Katie.
Darren, why don't we do this? I don't know if we have time this year, but why don't next year? Why don't we sponsor that? And that we'll donate to whatever group does this, like one of the special bottles we get, maybe like a $200 bottle or something like that. But the idea is that the other 24 bottles or whatever it is for this advent calendar is people are buying barrel picks from the store that they can then share. It'll be like the best of our barrel picks.
Okay.
And
Yep.
that'd be kind of cool,
I like
right?
that.
We could maybe even do that this year.
Maybe if we talk to people that want to get it together. I'll be going to, or you'll be going to Old Louisville. Maybe we'll have you pick up from him like a $400 bottle or something like that, or $200 bottle or something cool. And we'll donate
I
that.
think I have one of those in my basement.
Oh, there you go. Something like that would be kind of cool.
I like that.
Kind of cool to
That'd
do.
be way better than the advent calendars I've done in the past. I made the mistake of doing one of whiskeys around the world. I think it was like through Flaviar. There was a lot of scotch and a lot of smoke and peated, and I only liked like a quarter of what was in there.
Right.
It was such a waste. It was packaged very nicely though, with like their box with the numbers on it that you pull out, and
Yep.
it had like a Glencairn that came with it and a booklet describing it. So they did a good job with all of that, but it just was not anything I enjoyed.
Was it the test tube one? I know someone,
Yes.
it might be Sealbox, does like a test tube
It
advent
was
calendar.
test tube style bottles, yeah.
And you get like
like-
the whole test tube. And I always think that packaging is so cool.
I gave my brother a Flaviar one, and we haven't opened it yet. I don't know why he's hanging on to it. It's like 3 Christmases ago, or maybe even 5.
That's funny. I hung on to those bottles forever because there's some of them was like, I know I'm so tired of drinking like peated scotches I don't like right now, and so I finally threw them all away. But
Yeah.
I have done a beer advent calendar as well, where it's bottles of beer, which was better.
Yeah.
My plan this year is I was going to do an advent calendar of my own whiskey to try to like go back to some bottles I haven't had in a while.
That's a good idea too.
So I was going to probably pick them out myself and then have John put them into the sample bottles for me,
Okay.
or have him just go do the pour for me and bring it upstairs. Either one, depending on
Right.
his
Have John do
willingness. If he's willing to do this every day, or if he wants to like spend 10 minutes and do it all at once, we'll see. And and then have a key. So to see, like, can I guess from my own whiskeys, especially knowing the 25's in there, can I guess which one I'm drinking at that time? And I was going to do it like all cute for myself, like get like toilet paper tubes and like make a Christmas tree out of it and fill each one with like tissue paper over top so I could like break it open.
Extra.
But I had that thought and then did zero planning. So instead, I'm just gonna line up some sample bottles and or just have John go pour one.
Okay.
Do a glass for me.
That's Katie. You just gave me a great Christmas gift idea for the whiskey lovers in my family.
You do do samples from your collection. That'd be great.
Yes, and it's bottles. They're relatively cheap. We'll do the. Have to figure out what size, and I don't have 20 people that love whiskey. I have a handful. You
can make those little bottles into all kinds of cute things. I'm sure that like you could even like wrap them up and do like snowman, like a snowman design of.
Now you're talking crazy, but I
just think you have the artist in your life. She's an artist. Let her get creative with it.
She made advent calendars for all the grandkids last year.
Oh,
so she
nice.
Decorated all these boxes, these drawers, and it is intended that she'll make the gifts every year, and the kids are supposed to keep the boxes.
Oh, that's so cute.
It about killed her. She stayed up all night doing this for.
She's done the hard work now, though. So now she's.
That's the worst. Now we just got to go buy kazoos and Hershey's Kisses and whatever else.
Sure.
No, but Katie, that's a great idea and maybe I'll even put some Belfour in one of them.
There you go.
You got plenty.
That's a Christmas Eve pour there, Jeff. You got to save that one for last.
Maybe.
He's a Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
My non-whiskey advent calendar I'm going to pair with it is I got one 2 years ago that's little mini puzzles. And then, so it's this little tiny puzzle you do each day. And at the end, they all stack up next to each other to make like
those are so cool.
Like
I don't have the patience to do it.
So my plan is to enjoy my pour of whiskey and do the calendar for the puzzle for the day.
Okay.
That's awesome. Just activities.
Yeah.
Drinking is an activity.
It is.
Yeah, but two activities at once.
Yeah.
My sister, when my nephews were younger, would she's always been a big buy them all the books they want. So for December though, she would buy them 25 books and they would open up each book every day and read them.
Love that idea.
Love that.
And they loved that. That was one of their favorite things ever. I'm sure they'd still talk about it to this day. She doesn't do it anymore, and they would all be wrapped and have different numbers on them. And she always made 25, like the
my word,
like a
some
big
people
book,
are
and the kid just wanted to open it the whole time.
Right.
I would love that with my books now. Like, yes, please read me this 400-page book.
I know, right?
Each night.
Yeah. So.
And now all my books are digital.
No, mine aren't even digital. They're audio. I like
Audio's digital. Right? You don't have an 8-track player playing.
But I'm talking when she says digital, yes. Okay, smart ass. Fucking smart ass. You know what she meant? She meant that she reads them like on a Kindle or whatever. On the iPad, yes. I get it. Mr. knows everything about social media.
Mr. thought he went to 2 homecomings, but it was actually 2 different years.
She was at the homecoming the other year, and I did talk to her. Is what I
I dated the same girl twice. What? Who?
Yeah. So there you go. Well, we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Darren, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Bourbon Adventures.
Jeff,
you can find me packing advent calendars from now until November 30th. Or you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 C's.
All right, Katie.
You can find me overthinking the design of advent calendars, and then also over on Instagram at Katie Proof.
Yeah, overthinking, but then not doing it is
right.
You can come up with every idea you want. I mean, yeah.
That's why I pushed off my entire wedding celebration by a year, because I overthink it and then do nothing to plan it.
You can come up with anything if you're just thinking about it. I'm going to do a bottle of booze, a full-size bottle, and it's going to pull up in a different brand new car each day, and that's my advent calendar. I never really worked on it any beyond that, but it was my idea.
The hell of an idea.
Yeah.
Katie, I'm stealing your ideas.
Well,
perfect.
There you go. Kathy, how about you? Where can people find you?
I'm going to go simple. You can find me on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website, abvnetwork.com. Everything that we do is out there, previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. You never know what's going on, abvbarrelshop.com. Kathy, anything else to say before we get out of here?
Yes. I'm going to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, and that's very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. Oh, you got something?
Kathy, I need to do one correction here for you. It's KK fucking Caths.
There you go. There you go. It's a whole new rebranding. So there you go.
Rebranding.
Maybe I'll actually post something on that one.
Yeah. Great job today. Of course, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.